Well, simply put, Governor Shapiro signed into law last fall a bill that the legislature put in after a lot of pressure from a lot of people who had been involved in bad lawsuits. And so a lot of people had to incur a whole lot of legal expenses to defend against lawsuits they never should have been in. So Governor Shapiro signed into law this SLAPP. It's called Strategic Litigation Against Public Participation. So when somebody's going to build a mall or somebody's going to do something and you and your neighbors go out and you complain about it or you oppose it, somebody comes back and they file a big lawsuit against you. Why this law allows you to go after them to get your legal fees paid.
There's a fairness to it and also involves free speech as well.
Yeah, this SLAPP is particularly free speech, First Amendment, and that's the case that we're in down in Delaware County, right outside of Philadelphia. That involves it's a bunch of really interesting people. They're bloggers on the internet.
Yep.
One of the people who lost in this case is Dog the Bounty Hunter from TV.
Yep.
And so my client Stephanie Trude is a wonderful person and has her own blog solving crimes and looking for missing children and that kind of thing. She got sued by these people, 10 of them, who tried to silence her, and she was brave enough to stand up to these people, and we used the brand new SLAPP suit, and this is the first decision of its kind in the state of Pennsylvania, down in Delaware County.
And for those who are out there scratching their heads, why the hell would one of the most prominent Republican attorneys in the country be doing this? Because he does the right thing. Hang on, brother, can you?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll be right back. You got to hear this. Anti-Slapp scenario, actually fascinating from my standpoint. And from Tom King's standpoint, he was representing, well, these are bloggers, and they've had success on these crime shows. And I don't want to speak out of line here, Tom, and they said some things in the effort to find a missing kid, right? Right? Yes.
Yes, there's a young man, 15 years old, who's missing, and they've been assisting in the operation to try to find him. And somehow that's devolved into two camps, one attacking the other and saying that one of them's not doing enough or one of them's not doing the right thing. That's that kind of thing. It's terrible what's happened.
Well, then there were some scandalous things said. There were allegations made that someone involved was a pedophile. And so then the litigation comes, the defamation lawsuit comes. That's really kind of how this thing blew up, is it not, sir?
Yes, sir. That's how I got involved in it. When one side decided to go to court to try to bully the other side and started to file 300-page lawsuits with thousands of pages of exhibits to bankrupt the other side, and that's when I got involved.
I tell you why this intrigues me. This is a hammer on the hands of those trying to stymie free speech, is it not? This is a victory for those who have a talk format, who are trying to make a difference and are trying to tell the truth. Is it not, sir?
Yes, it's really amazing, Marty, because I find myself on the same side of this issue as the ACLU.
It's true.
So,
actually, I laughed about that when you sent it to me, brother, but go ahead, yeah.
Well, the really interesting part is the ACLU found itself on the same side as Donald Trump.
Whoa.
So Trump got sued, and Trump brought this up in federal court out in Philadelphia. And the ACLU actually filed a brief, and it was such a good brief that I gave it to the judge in our case as well. So we found ourselves, Donald Trump, myself, and the ACLU all on the same side of this issue. That's pretty amazing.
At the end of the day, the victory is a big one for free speech everywhere, is it not, including blogs and internet speech?
It is, and this was the very first case under that new law.
Yep.
It's really important. I don't think it could have been a better case. The judge took it on. She did a miraculous job, wonderful job, and her opinion is something to behold. And I think in future cases that come down the road, people can look back on this case and they can use what the Judge Eckel wrote down in Delaware County. It's terrific work.
I'm trying to determine the prominent role that Dog the Bounty Hunter had. If folks aren't familiar, he had kind of a raunchy bounty hunting show that's been canceled and had kind of a scurrilous past, and some really sketchy kind of issues happened to him professionally and personally. How did he get in the middle of this? Well,
Dog got himself in the middle of this, and he appeared on true crime shows,
yep.
and along with some of these other people. They all have handles, so it's Dog the Bounty Hunter and some guy named Nick the Hat and other people.
Nick the Hat.
And Nick the Hat, yeah. So Nick the Hat is notorious down in Delaware County. There was episodes involving him down there before, but they got involved trying to promote themselves as they were going to solve this, and other people couldn't,
Which, by the way, he did for decades, and most of it was BS. But at the end of the day, the beauty of this lawsuit, and I wanted to talk to Tom, is that he is representing folks who want the ability to tell the truth and to be able to speak freely without being slammed with frivolous lawsuits just to shut them down. That's, at the end of the day, the message here, is it not, sir?
Yes, it is. In a nutshell, it's all about free speech.
And you did end up on the same side as the ACLU. Does that make you feel dirty, sir?
No, Marty, you know me well enough to know that I like to win, so I ended up on the winning side along with the ACLU in this one. So
I love you, man. You're one of my all-time favorite people. Thanks, brother.
Thank you very much, Marty. Thanks for having me. Bye.